I told Tingley about my vision to make a painting bleed by shooting at it. Real bullets would pierce the plaster reliefs and hit the cans and bags of paint embedded inside the relief, causing the paint to explode. They were very much like the abstract expressionist paintings that were being done at the same time. It was not only exciting and sexy, but tragic, as though one were witnessing a birth and death at the same moment. I used my own violence to shoot at paintings, murder with no victims. The painting is the victim. It is bleeding. It is wounded, the way people can be wounded. Who was the painting? Daddy? All men? Small men? Tall men? Big men? Fat men? My mother? Patriarchy? Was I shooting at society and its injustices, at my own violence and the violence of the times? I was provoking society through art. I became a terrorist of art. By shooting at my own violence, I no longer had to carry it inside me like a burden. I shot at myself during a ritual which enabled me to die by my own hand and be reborn. I was immortal.
She makes the observer an accomplice of her violence. She involves them in the act of destruction and in the creation of the new picture. With shooting sessions held in Paris, Stockholm, New York, LA, Berlin, and Milan, she gained international notoriety.
Mother, I wanted to conquer the world for you. Everything had to be hidden from you. I would show everything. My heart, my emotions, my pain, my violence, my fears, green, red, hate, love, laughter, tenderness.
My problem is creating now, is creating beauty, is creating something which has to do with you, which has to do with now, which has to do with bombs and everything exploding and the end of the world.
On the strength of the shooting performances, in 1961 she was invited to join the Nouveaux Realistes, becoming the only female member of that important French art movement. Her acceptance by this group of artists, which included Christo, Yves Klein, and Tingley himself, and with the international press interest in her, it was now clear to her that, although considered by many as marginal to the established art world, she had already conquered her goal of becoming a professional artist. It gave her the confidence she needed. By combining her offensive feminist presence with a strong emphasis on her beauty and femininity, she brought a new powerful element to the voice of her times. At last, before the women's liberation movement of the late 60s and early 70s, a woman was visibly and scandalously resisting everything that formed part of the male dominance and aggression at the exclusion of women.
I could not identify with my female roles. I wanted a heroine to identify with.
A weapon in the hand of a beautiful woman. She was the beauty who challenged the beast of male authority. She appears herself as an archetypal heroine, a modern Amazon, a hunting Diana, recognizing and fighting evil, oppression, and its manifestations. Her creative forces were liberated. She became the heroine she dreamed to be. After the shooting paintings, everything was possible.